Alrighty, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. It is Monday, July 30th, 2018. DSP here live on the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope I find you well and ready for some gaming action. A full day of gaming streaming here today for you on Twitch. This week has a very weird schedule, and so I am going to go through it in just a moment here so you guys understand what's going on. In regards to this week, it's going to be a little confusing. I know some people are going to be very confused because it's very different from the normal schedule. And I know some people will be like, what's going on? Where's Phil on certain days and the like? This week also is all over the place when it comes to what I'm playing because we've got multiple new releases this week to be juggled with the other stuff that I'm already doing. And I know it's going to cause a lot of confusion as to what I'm playing on what day. So let's talk a little bit, okay? Let's talk a little bit about all this stuff going on, and I think you guys will hopefully, hopefully, it'll be a great week. It'll be fun, no matter what I'm playing, and you guys will join me for the streams. Keep in mind, this week is the beginning of August coming up, and, it is what it is. It is going to be a good one. It's going to be lots of fun and variety. This August in particular seems like an August that's going to have a lot of new content, which is great. A lot of new gameplay. A lot of new games mixed in with some of the downtime stuff that I'm doing. So for variety's sake, it should be a great August. You know, a good way to start the hardcore gaming season. A little bit of a taste, an early preview. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, let's see here. First of all, let's talk about the schedule. All right, because it's going to be very confusing this week, so allow me to go through it. Today is Monday, the 30th of July, and today is the final day of July that I'm streaming, alright? So today's going to be a full day. We're starting off with Persona 5, 4+ hours of progress. Now, I know, guys, this game has now drug on so long. I get it. I totally do. I'm feeling the same way as you. I love the game, don't get me wrong. Every time I play it, I have a good time, but I think the game has kind of overstayed its welcome with how long this ending is. I mean, let's face it, this dungeon I'm in, Shido's dungeon, has been like fucking 4 streams, and I'm still in it and not done with it. It's like, Jesus, give me a break. Can we please just finish this shit up? You know what I mean? So I get that. And what I want to do, the reason I'm doing this as the major stream today, okay, is because I want to get as far as possible, alright, in the game, and hopefully finish it up sooner rather than later, alright? I'm sorry, but this end of the game just drags out far too fucking long. It just does. I really am enjoying myself when I play it, but when I'm in a dungeon for 12 hours and I'm not done yet, there's a problem. You know what I mean? So, let's see how it goes today. What I'm hoping for today, is that please allow me to finish up Shido's dungeon one way or another. I'm already to the point where we do the calling card. So I got to get through the, downtime / free time until we can go to the conclusion of this dungeon. And hopefully we can wrap up this dungeon today. At least if we get into the end game content, the final plot points, and the final dungeon of the game, then at least I'll feel like we've got, a good progress. But the problem is dragging on and on and on. It's like, how far is it going to be? Now, I've also heard that in order to finish the game, you need to get to the bottom of Mementos. And I was working on that last stream, and then I got RNG'd out and lost a half an hour of progress because of that. And it's fucking a pain in the ass when that happens. Alright? It's an absolute pain in the ass when that happens. And I don't know how long it's going to take. The bottom line is I was hoping to finish this up, alright, and then play Octopath Traveler. I'm sorry, guys, at this point, it's just not possible. We're at the end of July. We're heading into August, which is going to have a ton of new games, and people are telling me I might still have 20 hours left in the fucking game. I mean, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. So, if that's the case, forget it. There's just no time for Octopath. The next game that I'll be playing that's a major RPG-style game would be Shenmue. Later in late August, the Shenmue collection comes out, okay? So, 4 hours of Persona 5 today. Let's see how far we can get. I seriously hope that we can get good progress, alright? And get at least until the end of Shido's Palace, and then move on, alright? Tonight, on my second stream, will be more Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So I hope you guys will come back for that. The Vice City playthrough has been quite enjoyable. And right now I'm working on the business missions. As you guys know, you need to complete 7 of the 8 business mission quest lines in order to finish the game. I think I'm just going to do all 8. I think I'm actually going to do all 8 quest lines. Because I want to kind of do like a completionist run of Vice City this time around and do everything there is to do in the game. So, 2 hours of Vice City later tonight, okay? Tomorrow, guys, Tuesday, is my day off, and I know that sounds really strange. What the hell? Phil's taking a random Tuesday off? Well, yeah, I actually didn't have any time off the last week. I worked over a week straight. I was here every day. So, you know, tomorrow will be my day off. No streams, no videos, okay? I'll be back on Wednesday, okay? I'll be back on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, it's going to be a very interesting day. We've got the premiere of the final expansion DLC for South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Apparently, it has to do with like member berries. The thing is, I didn't watch the season of South Park that had the member berries, so I don't know. Probably a lot of it's going to go over my head. Okay, it's probably going to go right over my head. I'm not going to understand it, but it should still be fun. You know, these South Park expansions are good. The last one that was what was it? Casa Bonita, right? That one was good. From Dust Till Casa Bonita was a really good one. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys will check that out on Wednesday here, the premiere 4 hours of the final DLC for South Park, okay? So Wednesday night, I'll probably be doing, yes, more Vice City, okay? Then on Thursday will be the return of Eternal Darkness. I played this yesterday, and I actually really enjoyed it, even though the game definitely has some issues with the camera and with the control scheme. I think that it's on purpose because it is a survival horror game. They've purposely made it difficult. But I really enjoyed the plot of the game, the atmosphere of the game. It's been pretty interesting. And I'm actually pretty excited to continue that playthrough. So that's going to be this Thursday, okay? Thursday night, I'm going to be doing more Persona 5. 2 more hours of Persona 5 progress, okay? Then on Friday is the premiere of the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta. That's right, because I pre-ordered Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I get access to their beta very early, okay? And so I'll be checking this out on Friday's main stream. 4+ hours of me trying out the multiplayer of this game to see if I like it and if it's any good. It'll be our first hands-on taste of the new Call of Duty. I'm pretty excited for it. I liked World War II, except that it had a lot of shortcomings. I had feelings with the connection quality. Let's see how the beta of Black Ops 4 runs, okay? And then, going up, I'll have more stuff coming up in that week, but I don't want to jump the gun here. That's a full week now. You know, I'm kind of going ahead in the schedule. So a very different kind of schedule this week. We have multiple new releases with the expansion for South Park and the Black Ops 4 beta. We've got continuing playthroughs with Persona 5 and Eternal Darkness and Vice City. And I know that having the day off tomorrow is a weird one, but yeah, I will have tomorrow off because I needed to. I have a few things that I could only do during a certain day. I made appointments and stuff, and so that's tomorrow. Okay, guys? Now, because it's the last day of the month that I'm streaming, that means a few things, guys. Okay, number one, it means that, anything that you guys contribute today obviously helps me for July, and it's going to allow me to have the best streaming month ever, hopefully. I believe right now, this may have been my best streaming month ever. I haven't 100% confirmed that, because I know that back in December and January were really good months. But in regards to my performance on Twitch, viewership and follows and contributions, I think this has been one of, if not the best month ever. I think it's second place right now. So that's number one. Number two, it's going to be your last chance to do things like, for example, contribute to my Patreon for this month and get in on all the monthly events. All right. So let me go ahead and let me talk about a few of the things, a few of the positive updates that we've had here, guys. All right. First of all, we hit all the sub goals for this month here on the channel. It's official. We hit the Tier 1 sub goal, which is the 10 Years of Rage Anniversary Retrospective event. And we hit the Tier 2 sub goal, which was another Patron's Choice playthrough, okay? So both of those events are going to happen, okay? Pretty awesome, and thank you to everyone who did sub to the channel this month. That is amazing. Not only the support you lent, but the fact that we get to do double celebratory events coming up here is going to be really awesome, all right? So if you want to be a part of either of those events, if you want to be able to formulate the retrospective events that we're going to be looking back at that special stream where I'm going to be reacting to my old content. If you want to pick the stuff that I'm going to be reacting to. And if you want to nominate and vote on games for the next Patron's Choice playthrough, you've got to pledge to my Patreon in the next day. You only have until the end of July, okay? So you only have a day and a half left to pledge to my Patreon and get in on those events. Please check it out over at patreon.com/darksidephil. It's a $5 or more pledge will get you in on those events, all right? And I just want, I want as many people to get in as possible who absolutely can, you know what I mean? I know that it's going to be a really exciting event, and oh my god, my email just updated with 1,000,000 things. What the fuck? My email literally just updated and loaded in like 100 emails. Holy crap. Well, it's actually nothing important that I can see anyway. Damn, that was like 40 emails just loaded in from over. I guess the emails have been delayed overnight or something with Apple. All right, anyway. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to want to get in on both of these events, so please consider pledging. You have a day and a half left to do so. I'm not going to be around tomorrow to remind all of you that it's the last chance to pledge. And just so you know, a lot of people have pledged, okay? And a lot of people have, come in and wanted to be a part of that. And that's awesome. So thanks to anyone who is a new pledgee to my Patreon in order to get in on those events. I really do appreciate your support, guys, okay? Now, that being said, in addition to that, last night on my Patreon, I posted up, on my forums, I posted up for the patrons the final poll for the Rageathon. That's right, guys. There is an event coming up in August called the Rageathon, where I'm going to be doing a marathon-style event of games that are going to cause me rage. And all this month, the patrons have been nominating the games that are going to be part of this event, okay? So if you're not aware, first of all, the poll is live on the forums. If you are a patron of mine currently, please head over there and start voting, all right? That poll is going to be live for around 2 weeks, and then we're going to close off the poll and choose what games are going to be in the Rageathon. So, there's a lot of stuff coming up, including, let's just to give you some examples of the games in there, Scarface, Street Fighter V, Cat Mario, Persona 3, I Want to Be the Guy, Undertale Genocide Run, Getting Over It, among other things. I think there's like 1 or 2 other games in there in the poll. And, the poll just started, so only a handful of people have voted. But I get the feeling over these 2 weeks it'll be a heated contest on what will actually make it into the final event, okay? So I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's up to you guys. Now, here's the thing. This event, FYI, is going to be a marathon-style stream, which typically they run around 7 hours or more. But what I hope to do is probably play at least 5, if not more, of these games during this event, which means each game will be given roughly about an hour to an hour and a half, although I'll try to every hour move on to a new one just so it doesn't get stale. So, I mean, there's a chance that a lot of these games will get into the event regardless of, the vote. Oh, no, this game only got 3 or 4 votes. Well, guess what? They might still make it into the event. So if you're a current patron, and you have premium access right now to the forums, please head over there to the KingofHate.com forums and vote. And what I will do over the course of the next, week or two, I'll keep you guys on stream in the know about what's going on with that poll so we know what kind of games I'll be playing in the Rageathon around the middle of this month is when it's going to take place, okay? Sound good? Alrighty then. Pretty good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so that's what's going on with the patron stuff, okay, guys? In regards to YouTube, at this point, I seriously, it's get to the point where I'm not even really caring because I don't think we're going to get, I don't really think, we're going to get very far in regards to getting DSP Gaming remonetized. I still haven't gotten a response from the AdSense team, and YouTube's customer support refuses to do anything to help me until we get a response. So I was literally told by them yesterday, I'm not even exaggerating, well, that's just our process, so if you don't like it, here's the link to our suggestions box where you can formally issue a suggestion on how we can improve our processes, but that's all we can do for now. So since that's the case, I'm not going to dwell on it, It is what it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep putting out fun, entertaining streams for you guys every day. I'm going to upload the videos to KO Gaming, as I've been doing for the last week and a half. And I'm just going to move forward positively, and let's hope for the best. In regards to streaming, this, like I said, has been an incredibly successful streaming month. By the way, today's the final day that you can contribute, because tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming. See what I mean? So tomorrow I won't be here. If you want to get in on this final, push for a great July, today would be the day to do so. All right. So I'm just going to push forward positively. Let's see how things go with me just focusing on the streaming and having the backups on KO Gaming, and we'll go from there. I do want to say incredible thank you to everyone who has contributed on streams recently. You guys have been incredibly amazing and supportive. Thank you to anyone who pledged to Patreon. Just thanks in general. You guys have been very, very positive and supportive at a time when I'm basically at my weakest at this point, having that I can't make any money on YouTube, and I really do appreciate your support, all right? And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to harp on it today at all, okay? I'm not going to harp on it at all. I'm just going to push forward positively. Sound good, guys? All right. So what I'd like to do now is very quickly do a quick plug segment. Then I want to give you guys shout-outs for your contributions, all right, for your cheer subs and tips here on the stream. FYI, guys, today the stream stats reset. If you take a look at the stream chat, at the top of the chat, you've got the weekly stream stats for people who cheered. They reset. They always reset on Sunday night. So it's a new week, a new opportunity for a new group of people to step up and get credit for their contributions this week, okay? All right. So let's do some quick plugs. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. 10 years, all right? 10 years as a content creator. 7 years it's been my job. 3 years it was a hobby before I ever did it as a job. And I really enjoy it. I love it. I want to keep doing it. Your support keeps me doing it, especially at a time right now with what's going on with YouTube. Anything that you can lend for your support is greatly appreciated and will help me to keep doing this. In particular, here's a few ways that you can help. Number one, as I just mentioned, my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Pledge $5 or more by the end of tomorrow. So you got a day and a half left. You'll get in on these two big events, the 10-year anniversary event and the Patron's Choice event. You'll be nominating games and moments for both events. So it's going to be an amazing amount of power that you get for your pledge this particular month, okay? So please consider it. In addition, there's other perks you get as well. Being able to get your questions answered on my show, Ask the King. Being able to get a private Q&A video made, right? All kinds of awesome stuff. Check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil. Thanks to everyone who has pledged. A lot of people did step up and pledge over the last couple days to help support. And thanks to anyone who already was an ongoing pledgee. That being said, guys, since this is the final day of the month that I will be streaming, what I want to do is, for the last time, I want to say a thank you to last month's June patrons. Okay? So thank you to you guys. I'm now going to do a thank you credits roll for them to give them some credit for their contributions. Thanks, guys, and thanks to the following patrons. All right. So there you go. That's going to be going on probably at least once a week, if not twice a week, guys. The next time that'll happen will be next week because I have to wait for all the patron pledges to clear this week for August. Well, it's really July pledges, but they clear within the first and second day of August. So by the end of this week, I'll have a listing of new patrons, and we'll start rolling that as of next weekend, I guess. Okay? Okay. Now, moving on. You can also check out my Teespring store. As you can see here, it's right on your screen. You can buy t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, among other merch. Great quality stuff that I can attest to because I own a bunch of it. I've owned it for over a year, and the shirts never wore out. The mug I use every single day here in the office. It's great stuff, okay? Anything you buy from my Teespring helps me out because I get a commission. But the cool thing is, guys, coming up soon, and I mean probably within the next few weeks, I'm going to finally be working on and hopefully launching my 10-year anniversary line of product on Teespring. I've been working with a designer whose name is Dean, and he's been working on a 10-year anniversary line of stuff that looks really good, in my opinion, and I'm excited for him to be able to launch this. We've been going back and forth the past couple of days on ideas, and he's actually refining the work right now. It's going to be a multiple designs. There's going to be 2 or 3 major designs that are commemorating my 10-year anniversary as a content creator, okay? And they're really cool, and I hope that you guys will check them out. And I'm assuming some of you guys who are big fans have been waiting. You've been asking me all year, will there be a 10th anniversary? Yes, there is. 10th anniversary product line coming up. Various designs. Some will be just text. Some will have artwork. Some will have both. All right. But it's pretty cool, and I hope you guys will give it a look. I'll let you know when that's ready to launch. It's probably going to be another couple of weeks, I'm thinking. But basically, by the end of the summer, I would love to launch that, because if you guys aren't aware, in September is my actual 10-year anniversary. This month, this September coming up, is 10 years as a content creator of putting out gameplay videos, okay? So pretty sweet. All right. So that's my Teespring. Check it out. Teespring.com/stores/DSP Gaming. Thanks to anyone who buys anything. You guys are awesome. All right. But if you're here live on the stream and you want to contribute via the live stream so that you can get a shout out, right? There are many ways that you could do so. You can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you could tip me. And if you do any of those things during the live stream, I will give you a shout out. In particular, during today's Persona stream, there will be lots of opportunities for this, because there's going to be gameplay and stuff that's pretty repetitive, and there'll be ample opportunity for shout outs and contributions, okay? So, a couple quick criteria to follow if you want to try to get a shout out. The first is, please be positive. Please. Stay on topic. No, it means no politics, no religion discussions, okay? Please don't bring up negative stuff, drama from the outside of the stream. Don't bring in bullshit, rumors, insults. Don't bring up other streamers and their negative memes against them. There's a lot of things that obviously you can bring in to try to derail the stream. We don't put up with that. We want some positive discussions, jokes, you know. I want it to be a casual, safe atmosphere where it feels like we're just a bunch of friends sitting down, hanging out, having fun, playing games together. You know what I mean? Not that it's some drama-filled place for kids who want to come in and just be, you know, so ridiculous, angsty teenagers full of drama and stupidity. That's not what this is about. Okay? So please, keep that stuff out of here, all right? If you keep that stuff out of here, number one, you're going to have a better time, and number two, if you try to get a shout-out, chances are I'm going to read your shout-out on stream. Please keep in mind, this is my stream, and it's subjective what I read. In no way am I obligated to read anything that anyone wants me to say on the stream, because it is my own. I make my own decisions on what I can't do and don't read on the stream, okay? But in general, most people get it. Most people understand it, right? And in general, the streams are great and positive and fun, so thanks to everyone who keeps it that way, okay? Now, if you'd like to go a step further, and maybe you want visual recognition, all right? Maybe you'd like visual recognition for your contributions here on the stream. You could get it if you cheer either 50 bits or more in a single cheer, or if you subscribe to the channel and wait a few minutes for a share button to appear on your screen. You click on that share button, or if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip at one time, okay? You will get an on-screen pop-up thank you notification that will be both visual, and then, of course, you'll get your shout-out, so it'll be verbal recognition as well, so it's a cool way to get both, okay? Now, in conjunction with that, guys, as you guys can see, I've already mentioned at the top of the stream, it's reset the cheer leaderboard. So today's a great opportunity if you cheered today to get up on that leaderboard, since, you know, it reset overnight and most of those spots are empty. Good chance to get in there and get noticed, okay? In addition, as you can see on the top of the stream itself here, on the gameplay screen, you've got the Stream Stats leaderboard. The Stream Stats leaderboard will be updated periodically with top subs, top cheer, top tip. So we'll have a running sub total. We're going for 500 subs this month. All right. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But if you're either the top cheerer or top tipper for the day at any moment, you'll get up there on the leaderboard. All right. Sound good? Now, in addition to that, let's talk about subs, because you guys have been so generous with subscriptions this month. You've really helped me out. And we've qualified for 2 special events. Today is the final day to subscribe to the channel and have it count for July, because it's the final day I'm streaming in July. So we have 17 subs to go, guys. If we can get 17 more subscriptions by the end of today's stream, I'll be doing a special edition of DSP Tries It. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go across the internet, I'm going to go to local stores, I'm going to seek out a fun or funny product for me to do a special episode of DSP Tries It and try out. Think back to earlier this year when I did the Wax Vac and the silly fidget spinners, that's kind of exactly what I'm going to do. Okay? It's going to be a funny video for you guys as a way to say thanks for all of your support this month on Twitch. So please consider subscribing if you have not. What do you get for subscribing? You get access to all of my fun emotes, right? Of which there are tons that people use and love to use all over the internet. You also get access to ad protection. What that means is sometimes I run ad breaks. Usually I run around 2 ad breaks per major stream. You won't have to see any of those ads if you're a subscriber. That's pretty cool. And then in addition to that, you get a cool chat crown badge to show that you're a supporter, and it changes color depending on how long of a supporter you are. All right, so please consider subbing. 17 more to go to hit the final goal for the month. I know we can do it if people are supportive today, and we're so close at this point. I know we can do it. All right, so thanks, guys, and thanks to anyone who has subbed already this month. You guys are awesome. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Moving on. I mentioned tipping here on the stream. Very briefly, how do you tip? Because it is separate from cheering and subbing. It's a completely different process. It's through PayPal. If you look below the stream, there's a button that says Tips Jar. If you click on that button, it'll take you to my PayPal tips page, okay? Which is pretty cool. You'll be able to leave a tip there. Or, if you look at... hold on. Maybe you don't see that button, which is very possible you don't see the button, okay? If you don't see the button, that's fine. If you type an ! Tip into the stream chat, you will be able to also bring up a link that will bring you directly to the tips page. You can leave a tip via that method. Now, in particular, guys, right now, tips help me out tremendously. Always in the beginning of every month is when all my major bills clear, and it's very financially tight for me at the beginning of every single month. So that being said, if you guys tip me between now and the next few weeks, next couple of weeks, the first couple of weeks of August, it actually helps me out more than any other contribution. That's the truth. So if you tip me today, moving forward the next couple of weeks of August, it will help me out way more than anything else. So please consider tipping me in the next couple of weeks if you are going to contribute, okay? All right, so that is it. We've covered everything. Now let's get to the shout-outs for people who have contributed. Sound good? All right, let's go ahead. Scroll all the way down here. First of all, what I want to do is give shout-outs to those who contributed overnight. We've got Infinite55 who did a 100-bit cheer. We've got another 100-bit cheer from Infinite. He actually did 2 cheers overnight. Thank you, Infinite. And Cody Carls did a cheer and said, have you been enjoying playing these PS2 games again now that you're not trying to rush through them? Yeah. In particular, I'll be honest here. My playstyle now in the modern era is very different than my playstyle back in the day. When I used to play these games originally, a lot of the times I was trying to get through maximum amount of games in a minimum amount of time so I could put out as many videos as possible, get as many views as possible, because back then was the golden era of YouTube when every video I put out got not only ridiculous views, but the ad revenue on YouTube was insane. So basically, the more I put out back then, the better I did. It's not like that anymore. Now I can take my time, put out entertaining streams for you guys, look for side content. In particular in Vice City, like I told you guys, I'm actually going to try to do every single major business mission. I'm actually interested in completing every business this time around for this playthrough, taking my time and not rushing through it at all. Okay? So I think it's going to be a lot of fun doing that. And, so far I did the Malibu Club missions and they were fun, so I'm looking forward to the rest, But back in the day, it was like, oh, I'm doing a summer of Grand Theft Auto, and I got to get through all the Grand Theft Auto games in like a month, so I'm just going to rush through as quickly as I can. And a lot of that kind of stuff was lost, So yeah, these second runs through these more classic games that I played before are actually turning out to be significantly different from the first runs, a lot of the times because of the way that I'm approaching the games, okay? So that's good. That's a good thing. And I'm very happy that you guys have been enjoying these second summertime downtime runs through these older games. The Lollipop cheered. He says, hey, Phil, how's you and Kat doing? It's nice that you called her an angel. It shows how much of a nice guy you are. Well, thank you, Lollipop. We're doing good. We're doing good, but we're sweating it out. And what I mean is it's been so hot. This past week in particular, it's been 90-degree weather almost every day. And we only have one air conditioner in the office here. That's it. So it's very hard to keep the house cool. Last night, we were sitting in the living room with everything open. Like every door and window was open. Air conditioner was blasting. It was 85 degrees in the living room. So we're just sitting there sweating. And we're like, fuck. God, we really wish this heat wave would end. And it is. It's going to end in 2 days. Thank God. The weather's going to break tomorrow night, and then Wednesday, Thursday, we get cloud cover, and then the temperature's going to dip by like 15, 20 degrees. Thank God, because we need it badly. We've been sweating it out for too long, and we need a reprieve here. So we're doing good. We're sweating it out, and we're hoping to feel good soon. Okay. Shout out to, okay, so now, by the way, guys, we're getting to people who've contributed during the stream. So now I'm going to start updating the stream stats leaderboard at the top of your screen. Okay? Shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi, who did 135-bit cheer. He said, I've been watching ads. Hope this helps. Thank you very much, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are the top cheerer so far. 135. Yep. And it is cool that from time to time you can actually watch ads and earn the bits. I don't know how it works because I've only done it once or twice myself to see how it works. And it seems like sometimes the ads are there and you can watch them all the time and earn tons of bits, and then other times they're not there at all. So I don't know. Okay. Shout out to the Lollipop. He says, it's nice your last stream when you played Eternal Darkness, you chose green, which is fun and easy, but I saw people in chat saying, oh, hand-holding again. It's his stream, he can do whatever he wants. Well, here's the thing. And this is the truth. Most people who stream games have that kind of interaction. With their streaming audience. Their streaming audience will say, oh, it's the first time you played the game. Here, if you don't understand a game mechanic, we'll explain it to you. Here, if there's something that has to do with difficulty or changes to the game, we'll explain it to you. And that's welcomed on their streams because that's seen as, wow, that's awesome That's awesome audience interaction is what I meant to say. When I do it, I get criticized. Now, the reason I get criticized is because I used to be a YouTuber primarily, and my shtick on YouTube was that I was the Joe Average gamer who would play every game blind, with no information, with no help, with nothing, and I wouldn't live stream. I would just be playing it offline, so I was by myself, and a lot of times this led to hilarious antics where I would not understand something, make a big mistake, or screw something up, and, people would laugh at it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2018 is not 2011. Just so you guys know, 7 years have passed. I am now an interactive live streamer. The whole point of my playing games is to interact with my audience and have a fun experience like that. And I get the feeling there has been this isolated group of people who watch my content on YouTube in particular who have still not realized that 7 years have passed and things have dramatically changed. It's not possible to even really make a living anymore in that manner, the way that I used to do it, okay? That's why I've changed, in my opinion, for the better. I think when a stream's interactive and we have fun together, and you help me out and I have fun reactions to what you say, the streams overall are much better than just me sitting here playing a game by myself, right? And yeah, every once in a while, there may be an opportunity when maybe, oh God, Phil would have failed at this a million times, but now he didn't. I get that. At the same time, we get to move forward positively. We get progress in games. We get to play a variety of games instead of me being stuck on the same thing for 5 days straight. I think it makes more sense. So I'm certainly not saying, oh, hold my hand every single, moment of every game. But if there's something like, for example, there's 3 colors on the screen for Eternal Darkness. They don't explain what they mean. Stream chat saying, oh, well, here's the thing. Green means that there'll be sanity aspects. Red means that the combat will be harder. And blue means that magic will be scarce or whatever. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Now I can make my decision based off of that. Then the game didn't explain it. That's fine. But you're always going to have the backseaters. I miss the 8-year-old Darkside Phil who would sit alone on his brown couch and he would play games and fuck up constantly. Well, guess what? Those videos are still on the internet and you can still go fucking watch them. No one's saying you can't. But it's 8 years later, times have changed, and you got to either accept it or move on and stop complaining. So, there you go. All right, Eternal Napalm just did a 50-bit cheer. He says, when is the next No Man's Sky stream? I heard there's lots of copper on a nearby moon that has your name all over it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because, I had so much fun playing No Man's Sky on Friday. It was just such a great experience. Oh, my God. No. I'm never playing that game again. After replaying it and realizing it's the same fucking game, it's not any different or any better. I deleted it permanently, and it's never going back on my PS4 ever. Ever. All right. And then thank you, Lollipop, for another cheer. However, you did bring up some negative stuff from outside the stream that I'm not going to bring up. So, sorry about that, but please don't bring that stuff up in the stream chat. Then he cheered again. He said, sorry, Phil, I shouldn't have cheered that. Please don't think I'm an asshole. I've been a fan since 2013. Like I said, you just got to be careful. You guys know I'm not going to address stupid shit here on the stream. There's no point. So, there you go. Deacon Moss did a 25-bit cheer. He says, Big Phil, what up? What's up, Deacon Moss? Good to see ya. Thank you for the cheer. Norville Shaggy Rogers cheered. He says, I'm surprised a lot of these games don't seem like you'll rage at them. He's talking about the Rage event that's coming up, in the games that I mentioned are the nominees. Hey, number one, all right, number one, I didn't nominate or vote on these games at all. These are games, the patrons said, oh, these are games that will cause Phil rage, and they nominated and voted. Some of these games, I don't know what they are. Like, I Want to Be the Guy, I've never played, so I can't, Cat Mario, I don't know what these are. So in that regard, I can't tell you, oh, I don't know if I would rage at them or not. Some of them, I'll tell you, for example, Undertale Genocide Run. Some people have told me that doesn't even get good until like 2 hours in. Well, I'm not playing it for 2 hours. So if people are voting for Undertale Genocide, they may be drastically disappointed, but they understand what the event is. I've explained what the event is, so if they vote for something that doesn't make sense, that's not on me, that's on them, Other things, like, for example, Persona 3, for me to get through and finish the final boss, I mean, I'm coming back to that game after, 2.5 years, and trying to remember what I was doing with my party members and beat the final boss. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't know if they'll necessarily be rage. I could try, but I don't know if they'll be rage or not. But the other thing is I got to keep it going. So I might beat the boss and say, oh, well, time to switch games. We can't even watch the ending. See what I mean? I didn't nominate and vote on these games. So if this event ends up being a big bust, I'm sorry, but I've outlined this event for 2 months now and explained how it's going to go down. So I hope people understand that when they're voting on what games they want to see during this event. Okay? So there you go. Jeffrey Rudell did a 100-bit cheer. He says, longtime YouTube viewer, unable to contribute on Patreon, but I hope this helps. You made a significant impact on my life, and I wanted to thank you. Well, thank you, Jeffrey Rudell, not only for the positive message, but obviously for your contribution as well. It is much appreciated. Zacho did a 210-bit cheer. Thank you, Zacho. In fact, that makes Zacho the top cheerer for today here. Okay, hold on a second. Zacho, 210 bits. Thank you, Zacho, for the 210-bit cheer. Top cheerer. All right, shout out to Derek Loves Lemur, who did a 25-bit cheer. He says, how's the weather been in Seattle? Past 2 days it's been raining pretty heavily. Can you also read the top 10 leaderboard today? It's my only cheer. It's very hard to grind bits. This is the support I can give you. Okay, I will. Once I finish with shout-outs, I will read the top 10 leaderboard before we start with the stream. I already kind of already answered your question. It's been unbearably hot here in Seattle. 90-plus degree weather, and since we only have one air conditioner for the whole house, the house has been in the 80s, and we're just sweating it out, and we're just desperately waiting for it to cool down, which it will within 1 to 2 days, which is good. All right, Zacho actually streamed, Zacho cheered again, another 250 bits, so again, he's still the cheerleader, and he says, have a good stream, mate. Thank you, Zacho, for your support today. I appreciate it, man. All right. And shout out to Gaza Wolf, who cheered and said, why not try making a stretch goal on Patreon for some games that fans have asked for a long time? See if it helps. Increase interest. For example, $2,000 for Night in the Woods and $3,000 for Final Fantasy IX. It wouldn't hurt at least to put the goals up there and see what happens. Well, first of all, that's nuts. I really seriously doubt that we're going to get people pledging hundreds to thousands of dollars to reach a playthrough. Like, for example, right now, my total support on Patreon, I believe, is around $900, right? Do I realistically foresee someone stepping up and saying, oh, I'm going to pledge $1,000 to make Night in the Woods happen? No, I don't. I don't see that at all, okay? Now, here's the thing. I could do it more realistic. Oh, okay, if we reach $1,250 of patron support, then we'll play Night in the Woods, right? The problem with that is I'm already doing special events. Like, for example, I'm already doing a Rageathon in August. Already in September, there's going to be the 10-year retrospective event. And then I'm going to be beginning a Patient's Choice playthrough. So already I've got 2 events coming up. See what I mean? Now, imagine if I also had, on top of those Twitch sub goals, now I had a Patreon goal of, oh, if we hit a certain amount of funding, we play another game. Like, I'll have so many events going on at once that it'll be too much to juggle. Especially, you got to remember, this end of the year now, all these new releases are coming out, okay? And it's going to be pretty crazy, absolutely crazy, to juggle the new releases with the events that I'm doing regardless. So now imagine me trying to cram in even more events, even more games, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think so. But I understand what you're saying. There's been certain games people have wanted to see for a long time. They never happened. What I'll tell you is this. The best way then, if you really want those games to be played, would be to pledge to my Patreon and get in on the Patron's Choice nominations. For example, I've already explained this. If you pledge $5 or more in the next day and a half to my Patreon, okay, you'll be nominating and voting on the games for the next Patron's Choice event. Do that, nominate these games, campaign for them on my forums, get people to multiple nominate them, get them to the freaking polls, okay, and get it going. It could happen. The problem is people, I want this game, but then they don't actually participate in the events where you can nominate and vote on stuff to get that game into something. You know what I mean? So that's how you can do it. That's how you can make it happen. Make one of the games you want to see the next Patron's Choice event. All right. Zacho cheered again. He says, it's -2 Celsius here, by the way, which is worse. So you're in extreme cold. Zacho is in extreme cold. I'm in extreme heat. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, cold is better than heat. Here's why. If you're cold, there's many things you could do to warm up. You could drink a nice warm cup of coffee or a warm cup of hot cocoa or tea, something like that. You could obviously bundle up, put on many different layers of clothing, right? Long sleeve shirt, long sleeve pants, sweat clothes, sweaters, right? You could bundle up. You could wrap yourself in a blanket. And of course, there's various methods to heat yourself. Turn on a heater, make a fire. In my opinion, it's much easier to warm yourself up when it's cold than it is to cool yourself down when it's hot. Because when it's hot, you can drink a bunch of water. It doesn't mean you're going to cool down. It just means you hydrated yourself, but you're still hot. You see what I mean? What are you going to do? Get naked? You get naked, you're still hot. Stand in front of an air conditioner blasting or in front of a fan blasting in your face is really the only way to get inside of a tub of ice cold water, right? I don't know, what else can you do when you're overheating? You see what I mean? So I think that cold is better than heat, and that's my opinion. Other people may be of the other persuasion. They love the tropical, oh man, put me on a desert island with a palm tree and a Mai Tai, and I'll relax, I'll play in the water and the sun, I love it. I'm not I'm the opposite. I would much rather have the cold than the hot. That's just me. Okay? Okay. All right. Shout out to Murdoch, who did a 274-bit cheer to become the cheerleader for today. And he says, well, Phil, it's the end of the month. Here are my last bits onto a great Persona 5 stream. Keep on rocking, Phil. Thank you, Murdoch. Thank you for all your support this month. Again, I want to say thanks to everyone's support this month. You guys were incredibly supportive over the month of July. I mean, in reality, the way you got to look at it, guys, is this. July was one of my best, if not my best, streaming month ever. Again, I can't confirm that yet. I haven't really looked back at the stats or anything. But when it comes to not only overall attendance of my streams, but also the contributions you guys have laid out, it's been an incredibly good month. I got a ton of new followers. More people are showing up for the general streams in general. In fact, if anything, the only reason July hasn't been viewer-wise a better month was because I've been playing Persona 5 all month, and we all know that JRPGs don't necessarily bring in the big views, you know what I mean? So whenever I play Persona 5, it seems like we have a slower stream, but outside of that, all the other stuff I've done this month has been great, and people have loved it, okay? That being said, it's a dead month. There was no new games this month. I played 0 new releases this month. So a month with 0 new releases and to get as much attention as I did on Twitch is outstanding. Now the key here, the key factor, is going to be to keep that up. If I can make what I made this month and get the amount of viewers I did this month every single month moving forward, especially with the new releases, it's going to be amazing. I think the new releases naturally will be bringing in new people, but then we can have the other people coming in who supported me all along. We could really make things happen and make this whole YouTube bullshit going on in the background not a big deal. Okay? So please, guys, thank you very much for everything you've done. Know that your contributions are well appreciated and they're keeping me going. They're allowing me to keep doing this. Thank you, guys, for all of your support. Okay? Today is the last day that I'm streaming before the end of the month, so now would be the last time, the last hurrah. If you want to get anything in, the last day, this is the day. Okay? Lollipop just cheered again. He says, if the YouTube problem is still on, does Patreon cover the lost money that you're losing from YouTube? By the way, I'm excited for people who would like the nice highlights of your gameplay. I'm excited for people who would make the nice highlights of your gameplay. Excuse me. Well, right now, absolutely not. Even though, yes, I have gotten a big surge of Patreon support for this month as a result of what's going on YouTube, there's no way it hasn't even come close to covering what I made on YouTube, okay? Just real talk. I mean, it's got a long way to go. But the good news is that this month on Patreon was great. If next month it could get even better, that's what I mean with this hardcore gaming season coming up. If every month I can make Twitch better and better and better, and more people showing up and more people contributing, everyone loving the streams, positive vibes are all around, and we can make this so big, then I think I'll be all right. And then, you know, hand in hand with that, if more people will contribute on Patreon with more events, because by the way, guys, coming up in the next few months, just so you know, it's all the holiday events are coming up, all right? So we're going to have, for an example here for patron goals, all right, for example, for patron goals, a Halloween event, right? Halloween horror marathon where I dress up in a costume. That's going to be one of the sub goals, and then the patrons will be nominating and voting on games for that event, and maybe even my costume. We'll see. Christmas event, right? Remember last year how fun that event was? Where I did a special Christmas marathon. I was drinking. It was such a hit. I'm definitely doing that again this year. Okay, so just think we got all these holiday themed events that are coming up soon. And those are going to be very successful. I feel we're going to get a lot of people supporting with subs and with patron pledges and whatever for those events to get in on them. So those are kind of no-brainer events coming up. Holiday-themed events are always very popular. So we're going to have that extra support on top of whatever we get on the stream. So let's see how it goes. There's no way to tell how the future is going to unfold, but I certainly hope that it does unfold positively. Okay? Okay. So let's continue. Let's see here. Actually, I just saw a troll in the stream chat, so I got rid of him. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. Alright, I got a $2 tip from Lord Lamb. He says, can we have a monthly top 10 shout out for how successful it has been? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Lord Lamb. If you can elaborate on exactly what you mean. Like, what would the top 10 shout out be for? Because right now, what I do is the shout outs for the week, right? Are you saying, like, at the end of the month, like a monthly shout out? Because I could do that. I do have a Stream Stats leaderboard that reads, you know, at least cheers, overall cheerers for the month. And you can see that. It's actually one of my Twitch extensions that's on my Twitch channel. But outside of that, I'm not sure what else I could do. Dividend Erasmus Charity said, please don't play another Persona game soon after this. Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. I hear you. This has been such a drawn-out experience. Even though I'm enjoying it, I'm not playing Persona for a while. I'm taking a break, dude. I'm totally on the same page as you. I gotta take a break from this shit. I have to. Okay, so... You know what? I mean, if I could get the Stream Stats leaderboard to load right now, I could do a monthly thank you. First of all, let's do the daily thank you, because remember the leaderboard refreshed overnight. So I can go ahead and read the top 10, and then maybe I'll do the top 10 contributions. Well, I can't see the top 10, actually. I wonder what I can see. I gotta see what I can actually get to load on my leaderboard here. Hold on. I'm trying to get my laptop to load, and my laptop is erroring out constantly. Failed to load module. My awesome laptop that won't even load my fucking dashboard on Twitch. Quite honestly, I'm surprised my laptop still works the way it does, with as much as I've used it over the years. Yeah, this is not loading. Maybe if I go to my actual Twitch page, hold on. Let's see. Failed to load module. Failure to launch. Alright, come on. Alright, can I actually see my stream stats now? Let's see. Ah, okay. Monthly. So, special shout out. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. It's glitching out. Come on. Special shout out to the top 6 contributors for this month. Alright. In 6th place, we had Eternal Napalm. In 5th place, we had Octoa. In 4th place, it was Infinite 55. In 3rd place, Emperor Swaggins. In 2nd place, Aust Mink. And in 1st place, the top tier contributor for the month was the Lord Lamb V3. So thank you very much to you guys who all contributed in the month of July and made it one of, if not the best months ever. I do very much appreciate that. And now what we'll do is the top 10 contributors for today, which just reset overnight. So in a triple tie for 10th place, we've got Norval, Shaggy Rogers, Deacon Moss, and Cody Carls. Then in 7th place, Eternal Napalm. In 6th place, tie between Jeffrey Rudell and Infinite 55. In 4th place, Obi-Wan Kenobi. In 3rd place, The Lollipop. In 2nd place, Murdoch. And in 1st place, Zacho. All right. That is it, guys. Thank you guys very much for everything, for your contributions, for your positivity, for everything. Again, reminder, if you cheer, sub, or tip, you'll get a shout-out, excuse me, during the stream. It's disgusting, excuse me. I will be updating the stream stats leaderboard, so if you're the top cheerer, oh my god, I can't stop burping. If you're the top cheerer or top tipper, you'll get up on the stream stats leaderboard and get credit. It's the last day of the month for streaming, so now's the time to get contributions in if you would like to have it count towards July. And a day and a half left to pledge to my Patreon and get in on the final events here. You got the 10-year retrospective anniversary event, as well as the Patriots Choice playthrough that you'll be both nominating and voting on things for if you pledge now. Okay? Josh Hutchell and Cigars just cheered. He said, I got extremely wasted for the first time yesterday. 3 cans of 7% alcoholic volume and 3 shots of vodka. Puked 3 times. Never again. Reminded me of when you told us that story about the weed and you shitting and barfing. It's funny because I don't think ever in my life have I drank to the point where I got, like, profusely sick. But definitely that time when I was smoking weed and drinking, it was a really bad time. And I will never do that again. Never again. All right. That is it, guys. Let's end the pre-stream. Jump into Persona 5. I'm in Mementos. Last time I was in Mementos, I got all fucked up. I got to redo all of the Mementos progress that I did, which really sucks. But it is what it is. So it's going to be very casual. The first hour or two here of the stream is going to be more just hanging out as I do repetitive combat to get to the end of Mementos, okay? And then, we're going to jump back into the free time, try to advance free time until we do the calling card, finish up Shido's Palace. It should be a very productive stream, all right? It should be. But there should be a lot of time to interact as well, and I hope you guys will. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you. Let's end the pre-stream, and let's get started with Persona 5.